All right, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Jay tuning in with the first. I don't know what I'm gonna call this thing. I think I'm gonna call it the Need for Speed vlog, or I'm gonna call it like Journey to Sub-10, something like that. I don't really know, but this is gonna be my new vlog. I put a little poll on my Instagram yesterday, and everybody was like, "Yeah, want to see your personality and stuff." Even though it was like 5 people, I still appreciate it, but it was something me and Janai have been talking about for a while. But track is something that I'm highly interested in. I ran track in high school, college. I'm out of college now, kind of running unattached. And so I've been thinking about starting this for a while, but I never did it. I'm just gonna start it now. I'm not gonna keep waiting. I will say that there will probably be a lot of stuff that changes and gets kind of like upgraded, so to speak, as I am going through this, because I'm going to be learning and I'm going to not like some stuff. I'm going to like some stuff. And so there's going to be a lot of different changes, but I'm going to be heading to the track. I'm going to run. I'll probably be out here for about an hour. Janai is in here kind of sleeping around. But I'm going to be out there for about an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. Got a couple sprints. I'll kind of talk you guys through that as I get out there. And then I'm going to go to the gym. The gym will be a little bit less because I don't really need to do a whole lot today. But yeah, so I'll see you guys out there. All right, what's good, y'all? We just got to the track. I'm about to warm up. So I'll be back in a few minutes after I get done with that. All right, well, I just finished warming up, trying to catch my breath a little bit. But today we're going to do 260s and 280s. I'm gonna start off here with some block work, do about 230s just to get out and make sure my transition looking good. I plan on coming to the track tomorrow. That's why I don't really want to do too much, and I'm just coming off like a 6 to 10 days, yeah, something like that, off. So I'm kind of easing back into it. Don't want to get too beat up. So yeah, here we go. All right, so just got done with the 30s. I put some videos up on the screen. It looked pretty good. I was just trying to make sure I was getting a good start. Angles are looking good. Coming out low heel recovery, good angles with the torso. Making sure I'm kind of stumbling out, so to speak, rather than kind of just coming straight up. I kind of been working on that last few weeks and whatnot, and it's been feeling pretty good. So yeah, now I'm about to get to the 60s. I'm gonna do 2 in a row, take a break for about 8 minutes, and then finish out with the 80s, and then we'll get on out of here. So after looking back at the footage from today, I definitely looked a little stiff, if I'm being completely honest. I saw myself running with my hands balled up like this. I usually don't do that. I think a little bit of what happened today was there were a lot more people out there than there usually are when I'm running. And I like that. I think that helps drive intent behind the sprints. But also because I'm not used to that as much, I was doing a little bit too much, as they say, and I was, tensing up. One thing I can correct instantly is just relax. Like, hands open, move smoothly down the track like I have done before. I know I can do it, so I know that's not a super huge deal. Number 2 is, along with the tightness, I was really kind of just running. After the drive phase, I kind of got out of my technique. I didn't really see much front side mechanics. It was really all backside. Again, I was just running kind of strained. Another thing that I've worked on before, I know how to correct it. I know how to do it. I know what that is. I know what it looks like for myself. Moving forward, the transition from acceleration to that top speed mechanic could have been a lot better. And this is why it's good to record yourself, because on the track, it feels good. Like, I felt fast. I felt like I was running fairly well. I felt like I was trying to bring my knees up for the front side, but obviously the camera shows that I wasn't trying hard enough. Definitely gonna get back to the lab on that. There was one more thing that I was gonna bring up. Just relaxing. Like, if you listen to me breathing, it feels like I'm straining to breathe while I'm running. And again, this has to do with these balled up fists. I'm trying to and like fight for every step, where I don't have to fight for every step. Like, it'll come naturally. But I think part of that was just the crowd noise kind of playing into it. I'm trying to look good in front of everybody, just doing a little bit too much, kind of getting out of my flow. But I'm glad that was there because, you know, now I know that's something that I need to be aware of and something that can come up in a real competition where I get out of my race. Yeah, those three things. The first and the third are really the same. Relaxing. Number one, relaxing my hands. Number two, emphasize the front side mechanics more out of my initial transition off the acceleration. And then three, relaxing my face, relaxing my breathing. And yeah, other than that, last thing, I do not have timers right now. I technically do have some, but they just absolutely suck. I will be investing in some more, so I will be able to have more concrete data to show you guys as to how I'm improving, what I'm doing to improve, what kind of metrics I'm looking at. But right now, on a very general basis, I looked at the videos and did a stopwatch timing of the 30s, of the 60s, of the 80, and those times were not looking too good. I'm not going to get into specific numbers. However, what did look good was the fly time. So between the 30 and the 60, that 30-meter fly, that time looked fairly well. I'll actually pull that up real quick because I have it on my computer. And this is just a rough estimate from me looking at the video and trying to stop and start it where I think the cone begins and ends. The highest miles per hour was a 9.68 in a 3.1 second 30-meter fly from 30 to 60, which that's pretty good. And the closer to 10 miles per hour will be the best. And obviously, or not obviously, but with any time, if you're timing within a specific distance, whether it's 10 all the way to 100, the closer you can get to running that, how do I say this? Let me just use an example. So when I was running the 30-meter sprints in the beginning, if I'm timing that, I want to get that time as close to 3 seconds as possible to get 10 meters per second, which is going to be pretty fast. Same thing with 60 meters. I want to get that time as close to 6 seconds as possible. Same thing with the 80. I want to get that time close to 8 seconds as possible. The farther along you get, it's going to be pretty hard to do that. But that's what I'm striving for, to get that 10 meters per second, especially over 100 meters. I know that's going to come through efficient transitions and eating better. My diet has been a lot better recently. It can be even better than it is. There's many factors that I believe I can continue to improve on. But anyways, for the 30-meter fly from 30 to 60 meters, I timed this during my last 80-meter sprint. I did not do it for the 60-meter sprint because I wanted to see the speed variation from 30 to 60 and then 60 to 80 because I already had the cones up. I wanted to see what my deceleration was looking like, especially in the later phases of the race. The highest miles per hour was 9.68. The lowest was 9.1 in a time of 3.3 seconds in that 30-meter distance from 30 to 60. In the 60 to 80, a 20-meter fly, the highest miles per hour I got was 9.17. The lowest was 8.85. The highest with the time of 2.18. Lowest with the time of 2.26. And like I said, for the 60, for the 80, and even for the 30, those times did not look good. And that's a little frustrating, I'm going to be honest. But back to the three things that I listed earlier, just relaxing, better transitions. I think those things will go a long way. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to invest in those timers here pretty soon. I'm definitely looking to invest in those timers. Lord willing, by the end of the month or maybe sometime in the beginning of March, I'll be able to have those. All right, guys. So I left the track. That was a few hours ago, to be completely honest. We went to my parents' house and spent a lot of time talking to them. So I kind of got a little bit of an intermission before we went to the gym, and I definitely needed some food, and I got a little food break because I was kind of running out of energy at the track. Also, I ended up cutting the last 80 because I said I was going to run 260s and 280s as my workout. I ended up cutting the last one because I was feeling a little lightheaded, feeling a little weird. But I also did not eat before I went out there. And to be completely honest, I usually do not eat, but I'll kind of eat a little bit of something like maybe a granola bar or some fruit, maybe like an hour and a half before I go out there. I did not do that today, and I was definitely feeling the repercussions of that decision. So I got me a little something to eat before we went to the gym. When I get there, I'll probably kind of tell y'all what I'm doing, but I'm doing a little bit of y'all will see. So like I said, today was a pretty, it was a solid day. I think there's a lot of things I can still work on, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, nothing really much to say. The step ups were a little new. I was really trying to find a good spot and a good weight to use. I've never done them before. I finished off going to 245 for 4 on each side, and it felt good. It didn't feel like too much. Wanted to do some lateral lunges because I've had a adductor injury in the past, and I tend to neglect lateral movements and just getting my hips stronger. Thanks for joining me on day one. My dogs just ran out here looking for water. Thanks for joining me on day one. I will post these as often as I'm doing something, whether it's going to the track or the gym. I'll keep you guys updated on everything. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.